Hello, world filled with beautiful people. How is the world filled with beautiful people on such a beautiful day? But to me, which is every day, how are you faring today? Are you doing like you should in a very good way on today? Beautiful people. Beautiful people, I want to elaborate. I want to talk about friendship, beautiful people. How many others can say truly that they have them? Okay, a friend will love at all times, but a brother or a sister, they were born for adversity. And I'm not saying that's in all families and in every family because I don't believe that. However, if we will be honest and truthful about this matter, we would honestly and truthfully say is that, okay, the battle is on, okay? And it's usually, genuinely, I think that way is because you see, family feel like because they know you or they think that they really know you, that they can get away with whatever it is that they want to get away with. Or for that matter, because they think they know you, they can do whatever it is that they want to do. Not so and not true. But on the other hand, with that friend, you see, that friend is much like you. They've experienced enough things in the family and in life. And like you, they're on the outside looking in. So to complement one another, you and them to be a complement to each other, is not so. It won't be at odds, and it's not so difficult because you all are longing for the same need to be fulfilled or to be filled, and that's the lack of love and the need of it. You see, and a friend being on the outside looking in from their family life's experiences, much like you yourself, you all can agree upon terms. You see, but what you want to do is to keep that friendship, and that family relation, if you can, without trying to do any negative comparisons, to just basically state that, see, I knew it, I was right all along, and, to treat your friend beautifully and to hate your brother, your sister, because of some things that you might be going through with them, or you all might not have a good social relationship, because they have not, as I often say, and I shall continue to say it, is because they haven't established their identity, or that they don't know who they are, or that they are not allowing themselves to be truly, to be loved, to truly be loved. They're not accepting love in their lives from you because that you happen to be the one that they're jealous of and they just don't like, you know, which is not good and it's not right. But, because you want to, you want them to love you. You love them, but unfortunately, and the devil's in the details as a result of that fact, so, that battle wages on, but as a result of that fact that it does, you want to keep moving forward, but you want to keep moving forward, and ultimately, you know, trying to, end this battle, end this war, end that confusion. No matter what happens, you let them know still, that you love them and you care about them and that they're important to you, and that you need them in your life. You want them to know that, but that friend, on the other hand, that friend is going to love you at all times. That friend is going to be supportive to the cause. Just make sure that those boundaries, those lines remain there, okay? There always has to be lines and boundaries in everything that you do. You know, um, in this day and age, unfortunately, this generation, it loses that, excuse me, those lines and those boundaries. But you can't lose those lines and you can't lose those boundaries. But, if at all possible, you want to maintain, that friendship. You know, things happen sometimes, where, sometimes friends don't agree upon differences. And, you know, um, sometimes they end up, not speaking to each other, for a length or a period of time, because of misconceptions. Or it could be because one of those family members trying to keep confusion going between you all, or or you all just have a misconception on a notion and or a feeling, or politics, or whatever it might be. You just may not agree on terms. I mean, y'all don't think that you know you should allow those things to come between your friendship, but they do happen. That's why it's important to be apologetic, and it doesn't condescend you or make you a less than a person, to say I'm sorry and or please forgive me, things of that nature. Doesn't make you a less of a person at all, to admit that you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're just wrong, and, that person may not come back around or may not open right away, to receiving you or accepting what you're saying. But give them some time to heal, and give them some time to gather their thoughts and, sit back in the stillness of the night or the evening and, recant the day and revert back to that moment, of whatever that life's occurrence was, or ultimately just, on the roundabout, hear your voice saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and miss that friendship, miss having someone to talk to, someone that they can relate to, that they can talk to or about anything, and it's not going to go anywhere, and it's not going to amount to any more than just what it is. You have to be in control of yourself at all times. And in this day and age, that's something that this generation is really going to have to get back to figuring out. You got to be in control of yourself at all times, because there's consequences to anything and everything that you do. And you're going to reap what you sow. And I just choose not to reap anything but good that I sow, that I long to reap. You see, because I just don't want to be reaping and suffering the consequences of anything that's avoidable or that I can't avoid. That's just the way it is. Okay? I'm not crossing no lines. Okay? Freely given, freely received. Okay? In that regard, just let it be. But protect your friendship. Do all you can to protect that friendship. Be at peace with that friendship. You know, um, and in that friendship, think and make decisions for yourself. Always have the power over the word yes and no. A lot of people lack that power of the word yes and no. But the word yes and no holds power. I mean, just because we're friends, I'm not going to lose control over myself or my identity or allow myself to be influenced by your beautiful self, you see, or take away my voice or prevent me from having that right to choose. You got to maintain that or you lose. It is what it is, beautiful people. And with that family that you struggle with, or family members, that struggle with you or that you struggle with, because they may or may not be jealous of you, may just don't like the way you look. I mean, God just put, as far as they concerned, and the devil being in the details, God just put you together just too good. That Jesus went way out of his way to establish you, and how dare him establish you to be as beautiful as you are. And he didn't establish me to be beautiful like that. You have to see that. That's in your soul. That's not in your flesh. This flesh is a complement to the soul. This body was created to house the beauty of that eternal soul. As I stated before, people don't talk about the soul till they want to talk about a soul mate in a relationship. But the soul mate is you. That's the mate that is referring to. Get to know you from the inside and get to know you from the outside and become one. Straight down the middle. You line up as one. You become one. Okay? You're no longer two. That's confusion. You are one. That's the soul mate that is really and genuinely referring to. Is you being the mate for who you are. Okay? That temporary flesh has got you double-minded and unstable in all your ways. Because you allowing this temporary flesh to be the guide, to be the lead. Okay? When the beautiful eternal soul, which is never in question, is trying to plead your cause. Please the cause of it all, okay? It is the fortitude for which you stand. It is your original true foundation. Okay, it depicts who you are. Okay, it's never in question. There's no room for doubt. It's never ambiguous in its thinking or in its feelings. It's not uncomfortable. You know, people always ask me when they got that mask on, when I'm sharing my YouTube channel with them or with kind words and smiles, they're always asking me, well, how can you tell if I'm smiling? I said, well, I can see the beauty of your soul shining in your eyes. I say, if you covered up your eyes, then it's going to hover over you like a fragrance, a beautiful, wonderful fragrance, because the soul was created to be free. It's that temporary flesh that experiences the congestions of life, okay? But that beautiful soul knows how to love at all times. That's what makes it so easy for your beautiful self to have a friend, a true friend, because you choose not to live your life through the corruptions of the temporary flesh, okay? That's not your true mirror's reflection. It's because of that beautiful eternal soul that you're able to continue. No matter what that hateful, angry, or bitter family member tried to throw at you, tried to do at you, or tried to speak negatively to you, you go on loving them through and through because that's your beautiful eternal soul. That's all that it knows how to do. It knows how to be the better part of you, to be the better you, to be the one true you, to be the established and created, meant to be before in the temporary flesh the corruption set in, okay? And now you're blind and now you can't see. That's the beauty of the eternal soul that alleviates all of that. It separates you according to your own free will if you will allow it to be, if you will allow it to transpire and take place, if you will allow it to lead you and guide you, if you will allow it to be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your pathway, if you will allow it to be, if you will allow it to do in you what it was created to do when it was created to be housed in you. This shell houses your beautiful eternal soul. Yes, it does. It is what it is. Okay? Don't become what your temporary flesh, with the devil being in the details, to try to belittle you or downgrade you into settling for or to settle for. As if that's all there is, and there's nothing else left, and neither indeed can there be anything else, and nothing else is coming. It's right in front of your face. It always has been all of the time, and it always will be right there in front of your face. It states its case. But you resist it in this flesh, and you fight against it because you don't know it, and you have not given yourself a right chance choice according to your own free will or your opportunity to get to know its wonderful, flourishing beauty. Beautiful people. That's why I'll state in a lot of my videos, get to know you. Get to know yourself. Come to know yourself. It's fine to know yourself. There's nothing wrong with knowing yourself. Love yourself. Be your beautiful self. Embrace your beautiful self for being who you are or have not yet established. Okay? To get to know or to be who you are. Find that identity to embrace his beauty. And then you will separate yourself from all of those isms and schisms and inconclusive way of thinking and all of those, negative, and non-positive way of thinking and thoughts that corrupt the mind and that corrupt your life or leave you walking around with a dark cloud all over you and all hanging over you. Nobody wants to be bothered with you. You irritate people with that stuff. Beautiful people, it's time to be that one true beautiful you. Have a friend. Enjoy the beauty of friends. Enjoy the beauty of having friendships. Enjoy having a friend in your life. Just be in control of your life and your way of thinking and living. And be in control of having the power of the word yes and no. And then you don't have to allow yourself to be subject to what other people say and that what other people do that you don't like, that does not come through to you. You can feel comfortable saying a word or using the word yes or no. Be beautiful in yourself and let it show. Lead by example. Be the example. You may be the firstborn in your family. And I don't mean the firstborn that came out the womb. And if you're the firstborn in your family, then you're going to have to lead by example. That's a video for another day. I tell you, I'm really just getting started, okay? I got a lot to say, okay? And I haven't even gotten there yet. I just love you beautiful people so much, okay? Beautiful people, accept it as such, okay? Because it means much. Love begins with you, and be true to you in doing you, in that state and in that place, in that beauty to relate. The beauty of love, of beautiful people. I love you, beautiful people. If nobody tell you they love you today, I love you, okay? I love all you beautiful people. Now, love yourself and go love someone else with that love, okay? And let's heal this land, all right? Let's stabilize this land. Let's recapture it with the beauty of kind words and smiles, okay? Let's drive away fear. Fear will kill you, but faith will heal you. Let's get rid of all of that junk and all of that stuff, okay? Let's bring family members and friends and everybody back together in one place, okay? Let's cause all the dots to connect, okay? And not be in a rejectful state, okay? But arrive to that place of which I speak of, the beautiful place of kind words and smiles, okay? Let's medicate the world with the beauty of kind words and smiles. Let's treat this world like an upset stomach, okay? And let's give it the Pepto-Bismol of kind words and smiles, beautiful people. We will not go quietly into the night, in the dark, beautiful people, of negativity, okay? But we will revisit the beauty, beautiful people, and accept the very appearance of its presence, because its beauty gives reverence. I'm talking about the beauty. I speak of the beauty. I speak because of the beauty. I speak to the beauty. Let's be beautiful and being beauty, okay? And sharing beautiful with others, okay, beautiful people? Let's do it respectfully, just like that, with the beauty of kind words and smiles.